Have you been using your credit card all wrong? For years, they've told you to fear it, to use it only in emergencies or even to cut it up the moment it arrives. But what if I told you the problem isn't the card? It's how most people use it. The rich play a completely different game. They use the exact same card you have in your wallet every day to build wealth, earn rewards, expand their cash flow, and gain advantages, while most people sink deeper into debt. In this video, I'm going to reveal the secret Robert Kiyosaki calls using good debt to create assets. I'll show you how the wealthy think differently, why they never use credit like the average person, and how you can start turning your credit card into a tool for financial freedom. Watch closely, because what you're about to learn could change the way you handle money forever. And if this resonates with you, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with someone who needs to hear this truth. Chapter 1. The Invisible Trap. Most people fall into most people use their credit cards in the worst way possible, as an extension of their paycheck. They buy before they have the money, pay only the minimum, accumulate interest, and then wonder why they're always struggling financially. The answer is hidden in the fine print of your statement. Every unplanned purchase becomes debt, and every purposeless debt becomes a prison. What no one tells you is that the system is designed this way. Banks offer easy credit, one-click apps, seductive installment plans, all with a single goal: for you to spend without realizing it. The more you spend, the more they earn. Meanwhile, you work all month to pay for what you've already consumed. Or worse, what you barely remember buying. It's a silent but devastating cycle. And it doesn't just steal your money. It steals your peace, freedom, and your ability to build wealth. The invisible trap of the credit card isn't in the plastic. It's in your mindset. The passive, impulsive, emotional way it's used, as if the card were a gift, when in reality it's a test of financial intelligence. But here's the good news. There's another way. And that's exactly what the wealthy do. They use the same card you do, but with a completely different logic. In the next chapter, I'll show you how they think and why it changes everything. Chapter 2. How the wealthy think differently. While most people use cards to buy things that lose value, the wealthy use their cards to accelerate growth in assets that generate returns. They don't spend on impulse. They invest strategically. Every purchase has a purpose. Every expense is part of a bigger plan. That luxury trip that looks like leisure, it can be networking, that expensive equipment, a business tool. Even a dinner can be an opportunity if shared with the right people. For them, the card isn't a toy. It's a bridge. A bridge between where they are now and where they want to be. But it only works because they think differently. They don't see the credit limit as extra money. They see it as leverage, a way to advance future gains as long as the returns outweigh the cost. Instead of paying interest, they earn miles, cash back, and extended terms while their capital remains invested and growing. While the poor pay to use money they don't have, the wealthy earn using money that hasn't even left their account. This mindset isn't a secret. It's in books, videos, and examples. But to see it, you first have to abandon the survival mentality, because someone who only thinks about paying bills will never learn to build wealth. Now that you understand this key difference, it's time to explore the foundational concept Robert Kiyosaki has taught for decades: the difference between good debt and bad debt, and how it can completely transform the way you use your card. Chapter 3. What Kiyosaki teaches about good debt and bad debt. Robert Kiyosaki made his fortune teaching a simple but revolutionary idea. Not all debt is bad. Most people grew up believing that owing money is negative, that you should never be in debt. But Kiyosaki explains that the problem isn't debt itself, it's what you do with it. He divides debt into two types: bad debt and good debt. Bad debt takes money out of your pocket. It's when you buy something that loses value, generates no return, and drains your resources. Financing a phone, a TV, an impulsive trip, these things make you poorer. Good debt puts money in your pocket. It's when you use credit to acquire an asset, something that generates income, appreciates in value, and moves you closer to financial freedom. A rental property, business equipment, or a course that increases your earning potential. When planned correctly, this debt doesn't sink you, it lifts you. Kiyosaki himself says he wouldn't have built his empire without strategically using good debt. He used bank money to buy real estate, start businesses, invest in education, and accelerate results. But always with one rule: the debt must pay for itself. The return must be greater than the cost. If not, it's a trap. And this applies perfectly to credit cards. If you use your card for something that generates more return than the interest, or incurs no interest because you control the cash flow, you're acting as an investor, not a consumer. That's the key. Stop using your card as an escape and start using it as a tool. In the next chapter, I'll show practical examples of how to apply this philosophy in your daily life. Chapter 4. Smart Credit Card Strategies. Now that you understand the difference between good debt and bad debt, it's time to apply that knowledge in your life. A credit card can be a powerful ally if used strategically. Rule 1. Never buy with your card what you wouldn't buy with cash. It seems obvious, but this mindset shift prevents 90% of unnecessary debt. Rule 2. Use the grace period to your advantage. When you buy on credit, you have up to 40 days to pay without interest. This means you can keep your money invested longer while strategically deferring payment. It's not about delaying due to lack of funds. It's about doing it smartly. Rule 3. Turn every purchase into a benefit. Many banks offer points, miles, or cash back. If you pay your fixed expenses, groceries, fuel, utilities, with your card and pay the full balance each month, you accumulate benefits without spending more. Over time, those points can cover flights, products, discounts, or even cash. Another technique used by the wealthy is to concentrate all spending on a single primary card. This maximizes rewards, simplifies tracking, and strengthens your relationship with the bank. Those who pay well receive higher limits, exclusive offers, and fee waivers. But be careful. None of this works if you're disorganized. The card doesn't forgive distractions. The foundation of everything is control. Track every expense. Have a monthly plan, and never treat your credit limit as available cash. The limit isn't income, it's risk. Use it consciously. In the next chapter, I'll show you how to turn this conscious use into a real wealth-building plan. Yes, it's possible to move from stagnation to growth, even if you're starting in your 40s. And your credit card can be key in that journey, if you play the game correctly. Chapter 5. Step by step to turn spending into wealth. If you truly want to use your credit card as a wealth-building tool, follow this plan. Stop spending to impress. Start spending to grow. Most people use cards to look rich. The wealthy use them to get rich. Map your essential fixed expenses. Everything you already spend, food, transportation, utilities, pharmacy, should go on your card, but only if you can pay the full balance. Here's the game changer: turning necessary spending into benefit accumulation. Use a rewards card, not just any card. Choose one that gives points, miles, or cash back. Those small returns used consistently can fund trips, emergencies, or investments. Centralize payments and track everything. Use a spreadsheet or app. This brings clarity, prevents mistakes, and helps you spot patterns, optimize spending, and avoid surprises. A well-used card becomes a financial magnifying glass. Leverage time. Buying at the start of your billing cycle gives you up to 40 days to pay. That's more time with your money invested, generating compound interest. This creates real wealth. You'll turn bad debt into smart debt. Are you paying interest? Find alternatives. Negotiate rates. Switch to cheaper credit. Restructure your finances. Most importantly, change the behaviors that got you there. Paying off debt without changing habits is like trying to dry ice. The credit card isn't your enemy. It's a tool. But it only works for those who have a plan. And that plan starts today, because no one gets rich by accident. Wealth comes to those who decide to change. In the next chapter, I'll show the final difference between someone enslaved by bills and someone who owns assets. Climax. The difference between a bill slave and an asset owner. There are two types of people using credit cards each month. The bill slave. The most common profile, always worried about limits, spending uncontrollably, paying only the minimum, buried in debt. The card becomes a golden chain, shiny on the outside, suffocating on the inside. The asset owner. This person is clear about their spending. Every purchase has purpose. They use their card strategically, deciding how and when to spend. Most importantly, they turn consumption into return. They use the system's benefits without being used by it. What separates them isn't income, luck, or formal education. It's financial awareness. Knowing that your card reflects your choices, and that freedom doesn't come from earning more, but from using what you already have better. Robert Kiyosaki always said, "The poor work for money. The rich make money work for them." And yes, even your credit card can work for you if you have the courage to stop imitating the crowd and start thinking like a builder. Final conclusion and call to action. You don't need luck, a raise, or the perfect moment. You just need to decide that, starting today, you'll use what you already have intelligently. The card is in your wallet. The difference is in your mindset. You can continue being a burden, or you can turn it into your tool for freedom. What you do with it from now on defines much more than your next statement. It defines the life you'll build in the coming years. If this content made sense to you, like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe to the channel. Every week, I bring practical lessons to help you achieve financial freedom, without depending on the government and without pretending to be someone you're not.